I want you to look at this picture right here. If you take a good look at this picture right here, you will see the other person, they are facing it opposite. So that other person is 6, to this other person it's 9, and as you can see in the picture, they are having an argument. But my question is this: how will these two people be able to come to an agreement, since this person from his own standpoint, this particular number that is here is 6, and this other person from his own standpoint, this particular number here is 9? How will this person be able to convince this person that, oh look, come to this side, oh, come and see, this thing is from my own end is 6? Or how will this person be able to convince this other person that, look, come to this side, oh, from my own end is 9? How will they be able to do that, since the both of them are both arguing that, look, this thing is 6, this thing is 9? How will they be able to convince each other? This is where most of us get it wrong. If we see something that something is wrong, we don't calm down to see the good that the other person is seeing in that thing. Our own opinion matters a lot to us. Another person's opinion is nothing to us. It's our own that is the best. Because this other person here thinks it's 6, and this other person here thinks it's 9. The number right here might be 6, or it might be 9. But since it's placed on the floor and the other person is looking at it from that other angle, he's seeing 6, and this other person is seeing 9. How will they both now be able to agree that this particular number here is 6 or it's 9? It might be 6, it might be 9, but the both of them are seeing different things. So most of us get it wrong. This is where self-respect and accepting other people's opinion comes in. You might be right, another person might be wrong, but how will you be able to convince that person to see that what you are saying is you are right, or what you are saying is correct or true? How will you be able to convince that person, since that person from his own mindset or from the lens of his own understanding, what he's seeing is black, and from your own perspective and from your own lens and from your own understanding, what you are seeing is white? It might be black, you might be wrong, he might be right, or he might be wrong, you might be right. But how will you be able to convince that person? You can't convince somebody to accept the truth via quarreling, via argument. If you argue, you won't be able to win that person. But the best way to win somebody is to bring yourself down to that person's level. Oh, brother, I understand that this thing is 6. I'm not arguing with you. This thing is 6. But if you come this side, you look at it that it's 9. That alone, you have agreed with that person that yes, that number there is 6. But if you stand and lie, it's 9, now lie, it's 6, the both of you won't at the end of the day come to an agreement. But when you kill your pride and ego and say, bro, you say this thing is 6, right? I agree with you. You could bring yourself down to that person. Even if your level of understanding is higher than the person, you bring yourself down to that person's level of understanding, and then you now try to bring the person up to where you stand, so that the person too can view things from your own standpoint, instead of standing right there and telling the person that, look, you are wrong. The person's ego will rise, and the person will stand and will challenge you to your face, no matter who you are. I believe this is what teachers do in primary school. I told one of my friends that teachers in primary school, in nursery school, ought to be higher, because they do most of the work. Imagine you knowing 1 + 1, and you are trying to teach somebody that has never ever in his life known what mathematics is, that don't know what 1 + 1 is. Imagine the rigor you need to go through in breaking it down to that person's understanding, so that the person can know that, oh, this is 1 + 1, then bringing that person up to the level that the person needs, that you want the person to be. This is what teachers in primary school do. And I feel if we follow ourselves like this, not everybody is a teacher, but respecting everybody's opinion is what I'm trying to say. Respecting everybody's opinion is what matters a lot. You don't need to capitalize on yourself that, oh, my own opinion is what matters a lot. Everybody's opinion matters. Everybody matters. Everybody wants to feel important. So these two people here that you see in this picture will not stop arguing till the other person calm down and accept to this other person that, brother, you are right too. But if you come this side, follow the back door, come this side, and you'll see that this thing is actually 9, and the both of them can actually examine the picture well and to see if that particular number is truly 6 or 9. Thank you.